Hey everybody, welcome to another show here on the CAF Plus channel. I got the episode wrong on there. It's actually 346. What can you do? You can't take it back once it plays. But we got a good show tonight. I'm wearing for the first time my D'Ambrosio shirt. Look at that. This has not even been uploaded to the TeePublic store yet, but it was created by a friend of the channel, Alex Garcia. Now, many of you have not met Alex. I got to meet him for the first time in San Diego, I think. Well, I think we've run into each other maybe before, but we'll find out. But the bottom line is he's been thrilling us with these fun T-shirts for like the last 3 years, and we've even got one here that we're going to open up live. So let me bring in. Well, Sir Scribbles a lot is the name on his moniker. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, Bill?
Not much, man. It's good. Now, had we met before the San? We did meet. I swear, didn't we meet at San Diego before this last year, or was this year the first time?
I think we met in 24. I think
That's
it was
right,
real brief. It was really quick.
kind of in passing. But so,
Yeah.
all right. Now, are you from that? I mean, on the West Coast, is that kind of where you
Yeah, I'm
are
out
based?
I'm out in Los Angeles. So I'm like part of borderline Orange County, LA. So I'm right around that area.
Awesome. Well, that's
Yeah.
why I haven't seen you on any East Coast shows, and you haven't made it out to OAX yet, and all of
No, I
that.
have not.
But you
I'm
will
gonna see.
someday.
I'll try to make it next year. That's the goal because I'm intrigued in that bub crawl. I'm really intrigued. And the thing is like I have a request. So I like a shot before and a shot after. So I want
Uh,
to see the crew going to the crawl, and then I want to see who's left standing. Is that even
it's
possible?
I won't give away the numbers just yet, but there's a lot. There are a lot of people going because Wolvie Fan had agreed to buy everybody a T-shirt if they RSVP'd, and
Right.
the number is it's climbing. We got one more day, and I actually today I got to see what the T-shirt is going to look like from Adam Kubert, which we haven't revealed yet. We only showed off a Ranga's T-shirt, but is really cool, and I'm supposed to get the art tonight, so I can finally put the shirt order in. But yeah, it's but Bug Crawl's going to be good. It's our the second one. I went to the first one and I did not make it to the second one. They didn't have it was cold and we went to Hooters. It took them over an hour to get everybody beers. And
Wow.
by the time that was like 10:15, 10:30, I was just beat at that point. So I went home, but everybody else hung out. But this one, it's very regimental. 9 o'clock, they're going to meet at the DoubleTree lobby, and then they're going to, well, however, they're going to march over to the Universal City Walk. But they got 4 bars there, and the bars have a very strict schedule. So they have to, get through like 40 minutes at each, and they end at a karaoke bar. So we'll see what
Yeah, we
happens.
we do one out here in Fullerton, and they do like a Christmas pub crawl. So
Hmm.
it's like 12 bars, and you're there for like 30 to 40 minutes, and it's up until like 1 or 2 in the morning. So
Well, I'm going to be there at the beginning. I don't know if I'll be there at the end, but maybe yeah, maybe I'll be there when they return, and I'll take some photos of how many people make it through the whole thing. But yeah, no, it's good. Wolvie's fun. We actually have a kickoff party that we announced yesterday as well at a it's a comic shop with a speakeasy in the back.
oh,
So
that's nice.
yeah, that's for Thursday. So there's something going on all the time. We have the Kirby Awards now, the auction after that, open bar. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun being had
Yeah,
all
and are
weekend
the
long.
bars open till 4 in the morning down there?
Oh, if they are, I've never stayed up that late.
Oh my God, that's the best, man. I'll walk out there, or they can just carry me out. We can just do something like that maybe next year.
Well, you're on West Coast time. You could probably stay up till 5 if the bars are gonna stay open that long.
Oh no, they close at 1:30 out here.
Oh wow. Oh, all right. Well, we'll work it out. But
Yeah.
anyway, welcome to the thing, Alex. I mean, you're like a mystery man, even to your own followers on Instagram. This is you are now this is your like debut in a streaming format. But you have what I was like. Let me see here. You have quite a few followers on your Instagram, and you're putting out great artwork. I mean, clearly you're doing all this stuff like this. I mean, you're good at likenesses. Right.
We're-
Yeah. Would you say that?
Oh, you could say that. It's funny too because with the shirts and stuff like that, I don't think you remember, but I DM'd you or I direct messaged you over at Facebook, and I sent you the sketch of Albert Moy. And the only comment you made was the next, the speech bubble.
Okay.
Another one next to it, it was like no more Bermudas was right next to it. And you only made that comment, and after that, you didn't say anything after that, because I was wondering, I go, hey, would this work out for your show if I cleaned it up and I sent it to you? But it didn't go anywhere. So I just waited, like, I said, you know what? I waited a couple months and I go, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I reached out to you on email, and you gave me your address, and I sent it. And you had Albert Moy on that show. And I mean, the reaction was priceless when you showed him the shirt. I thought that was the best.
Well, I don't remember the Facebook communication,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go back and dig around. Well, I get a lot of pings, and so
Oh, no,
sometimes
of
it's like,
course.
but no, I mean, shoot, that I think from the beginning of that first next, that was perfect, and after that, I mean, kind of the Bellator image was great. The stuff you did for Dueling Dealers. I would say Anthony probably is upset that he didn't get on as many T-shirts as he would have liked. Mike Berkey
Well,
would
that's all
probably
right.
say the
That's all right.
same,
He's
and he
already reached out to me about changing some stuff on his other shirts, so it's all good.
did he really?
No, it's all good though. I like Anthony, and if he's going to be at Comic-Con again this year, I have something in mind, so I'll debut that out in Comic-Con, and maybe Berkey as well. So I figure if those guys are going to be there, I'll put something out there for them.
Wow, that's very nice of you. I thought the last shirt was really good. The face off, it was
Oh, the
perfect.
face off. Yeah, the
Yeah.
homage to, I think it was Hulk 350 or something like that. I think it's 350.
See, Anthony's in the chat. He's like, hit me up.
Oh, trust
Yes,
me, man, it's classic, dude. It's probably going to be better than the other ones, but it's not going to be Dueling Dealers. It's just going to be Anthony. So,
well, he is a character, so you have a lot of areas and situations that you can explore with Anthony, and you could mine it for years. Marcus suggests you could draw a diaper Anthony. Newell says pasties, but those are Dueling Dealers references, guys. So you're not going in that direction though, Alex.
you don't know that. Well, I'm just gonna,
Surprise
we're just
everybody.
gonna go. We'll see how it goes.
All right. I should
Yeah,
just link to the TeePublic store just to remind people. This is not a promotional thing. I just don't have any of the images that Alex has made for us over the last couple of years. But the link in there will show you what we got. We got the Liefeld Captain America. You've got Snork being cradled by the Thing. You get that OE Expo, the homage cover with the Hulk. You got a crotch goblin. There's good stuff, and you have the next from Mr. Moy himself.
I gotta go back to that Albert Moy shirt, because
Mhm.
when you opened it live, I didn't know you had another one in there. So I don't know if you just put that shirt in there at that week, but had I seen it, I had another version of Albert Moy, and the one I had it was supposed to be his face doing an expression like he's pissed,
Mhm.
and underneath it was going to say the Don Perlin fan club president. But then I backed off on that one.
Wow. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think I put one out there, or I don't even remember what the order was. But yeah, yours was so much better than whatever I had done. Well, that's true. I had the image of Albert when we made a meme out of him, and I was just playing around with that. But yeah, yours, I could take mine down. I'm sure yours is outsold.
Oh
Whatever
no,
I
just leave it. No, that's fine. Just leave it. I just missed it. I go, look, man, I could have just gone another direction, but had I seen it, I would have probably never sent that shirt.
Well, again, it's a classic. I'm sure Albert appreciates it every time anybody walks up to his booth with that on. He thinks of you, even though he doesn't. Yeah. Well, have you bought artwork from Albert before?
I have not. The first time I met Albert was at TorpedoCon 21, and I talked to him for a bit. I don't even know if Marcus was working with them during that time, so hopefully he says in the chat. But that's the first time I met him, and we talked for a little bit. He seems like a nice guy, and that's probably like the first time I'm actually like looking at original art, to be honest with you, around that time.
Hmm.
Like I'm actually touching it. Like I'm actually like physically. Like I knew original art before, but this is actually the time like I'm actually holding it. And I was tripped out because at the time I was collecting sketch covers at the time, not original art.
And how were you doing that? At shows, or were you just picking them up online?
I was on eBay ordering
Yeah.
those. Yeah, I was messing around with that.
So pandemic ends, and the first thing you do is you hit up Albert, or you see Albert's booth, and you see the original art. I mean, you have a really great collection. That I would have thought that you'd been collecting at least 4 or 5 years pre-pandemic.
No, I started in November of 21. That's when I first started buying.
Dang.
Because originally I had stuff posted before that, and they were all sketch covers. And then once I bought that piece of original art, I sold all my sketch covers. I said, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna stick with this.
Pardon me. Turn that off. It's Anthony Snyder texting me. There. So well,
He's probably asking like, when can I get that shirt?
right. He's like asking me. He'll probably be question him about this. No, he wouldn't do that. Oh no, he sent a picture of all of us with the t-shirts. That's what he's doing right now. So well, let's get back to you here. We've skipped over everything. So you're a talented artist. You sent me this book of your art way back when. It's awesome. You still have them available on your website. So give me the scoop on on what got you started making art, because I mean this seems like something that you've been working at for a long time, and it's freaking awesome. I mean the style's great. You can almost draw anything. I mean you look at from The Simpsons. I mean you just get the characterizations right. It's just I've always ever since you started sending me stuff, other than that time on Facebook, I've I've been really appreciating the work that you do, man.
Well, the thing is, I hopefully like that shirt is not a promoter shirt. I hopefully it doesn't go there again. Oh
I
my
do
God.
have
When
that
I
still.
saw that live, I didn't go in the chat or anything like that, but when I saw that live, I go, oh my God, what the F? Your expression was like, what the hell is this? But then I see you wear it like a couple times after, so I go,
I have.
maybe it's not that bad.
No, it was like it almost fits, right? I mean, I'm a promoter or something. So at first I thought, oh, this isn't from Alex. Somebody else sent it to me,
Right, right.
you know. But if you wouldn't have reached out, I would have never known.
Oh no, I had to reach out. I actually I did say something in the chat, but you missed it. I go, dude, that's not the shirt I sent you. And then I emailed you the next day. I was like, oh God, here we go.
Here, I'll put a link. The link to Alex's website is in the show description. I saw Cletus was asking about that, but I put a link to your main website in the chat so people can get over there easy. There's a link, I think, both to your Instagram and to your CAF gallery in the show description. So anybody that wants to see what you collect or what you draw, have plenty of links to do so.
And then I want to go back to TeePublic because you know how I ordered those shirts to you, because originally I
Mhm.
was going to just send you the cotton ones, but I felt like, those tri-blend shirts are like the best ones, the 50/50s. And the money that you get off that, just one shirt is just sad. It's
I
like a
know.
$22 shirt and you get like $2 back. It's just like,
$2.
dude, that's why someone needs to head your merch shop and just go somewhere else,
Oh
because you're
yeah.
not going to make any money off that.
No, not at all. I mean, we're printing, OAX shirts and the Bub Crawl shirts, and yeah, you buy those in bulk, and you're spending like 850 or so, depending on how many, per shirt that you buy with a good quality shirt. So yeah, we could be doing better, elsewhere. But it's TeePublic. I mean, it's anybody can do it. They just need a better rev share, and then it would be a little more worthwhile. But it suits us for right now.
Right. I just didn't realize how many shirts I gave you though, which is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And there's going to still be more. I see a couple people in the chat that I'm going to do a shirt at the end of the year as well. So, but I'd rather just keep it that private, because when I started sending those shirts to you, I started getting some ideas of, should I just reach you and just tell you, hey, let's do a little part where let's pick one collector and see if we can do a shirt of that certain collector. But I go, I think I'm better off just sending them random, and then you just be surprised. And I go, let's just do that. I think that's a lot better.
Oh yeah, no, Jason wanted this shirt immediately, so I mean it's perfect. We go back. Well here. At OAX, we had the signs for the exits, right? So we ended up putting Jason on there as well. So he's immortalized. He's a little thinner these days, but you know, I've got it's one of my favorite images of all time of Jason, and one of the earliest memes I ever made that was good.
Yeah, let's see. Can you see this right there?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's great.
And there's this one right here. I don't know if you could see that.
Oh yeah, the Snork. He was touched. He couldn't wait for me to get the artwork uploaded to the TeePublic store so he could buy some for his family. Jason prelims. Yeah, well, with luck, we're gonna get a drink named after Jason during the pub crawl. I don't know if Jason Jubilee is the right name, but we're gonna come up with something. I mean, something that grounds Jason with an X-Men character in one way or another.
Oh,
We'll figure out
nice.
something. Yeah. But no, but you know, the thing is, the channel's been all about socializing and having fun and getting to know one another, and you made shirts that just kind of complemented a lot of the fun moments that we've gotten to experience the last 5 or 6 years. So no, it's all good. I mean, so much of this stuff is community driven. I mean, Bub Crawl, community driven. That all came out of having Wolvie fan on the show and him. I think he mentioned a pub crawl, and then he was like, no, we're gonna call it a pub crawl, and then he organized it. You know, it's just that's what makes this thing fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully maybe I'll go out there next year, but I definitely want to partake in that. And then I just want to say, like with the shirts and stuff like that, just rest in peace, Dan T. I never met him, but I love the shirts and everything, and it's just unfortunate what happened. So, but his shirts, you know, they'll keep on, and his memory will be there, and you know, so it's just rest in peace.
Yeah, Dan was one of a kind. That is for
Yeah.
sure. So when should I open this up? I guess, you know, do we save it for
No,
the
you
end
can
of the
open it
show?
right now if you want.
Do
That's
it?
fine.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. Then we're gonna look at some of your art. Well, we're looking at some of your art right now. All right, let's see.
This is a one shot. I don't see anybody wearing this shirt.
No, I don't see anybody else buying this one either. Well, you got the physique pretty well done there. I like it. That's awesome. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna wear that at OAX. Definitely, that's going there. Please have a better. Come on, Bill Klops. Yeah, there you go, Jeff Wedding. It's perfect. I love it. Although I did just get a haircut. I mean, my hair's a little bit longer here, but you
Yeah.
know, but you got the right visor. I mean, for me, that is that's the perfect visor on Cyclops. So I love it.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
Alex, you're the best, man. Thank you. Let's see. Let's get that over there. No, that's going to OAX for sure. I'll wear a sport jacket with that. So
You can send that. You know, you can hold on to that, and I'll send one to Marcus, and he'll wear it. Is that even possible? Can that happen? That's like Albert Moore wearing his shirt. That's not gonna happen. Let's just be real.
Marcus said the screen printer broke after that. Yeah, you never know, Marcus. You never know. But thank you, Alex. That is freaking awesome. So let's get back before we even show some of the images of your work. Then tell me a little bit about you know, you as an artist. I mean, you know, yes, go to art school, doing it for fun. I mean, what's the scoop here?
Okay, so I can honestly say that it's full of regret because there was a period where I just stopped drawing. So it's like I would say roughly like 15 years. I just quit, and I didn't get back on until I started. Well, it was a weird hobby when I started collecting it, but like once I stopped, like I was collecting sports cards in the 90s, and then I just stopped. And then I started moving on, and then I got injured and everything, and then I went through rehab and all that stuff, and then I ended up being a designer. And during that time, like around I'll say 07 or 08, I started collecting steel books. So I don't know if you know what steel books are, but it's like the Blu-rays. They're in that case, and they're all collectible. So there's a site called High Def Ninja, and then on that site they had a contest, and I submitted a graphic, and I came in second place. And after that, I started coming up with some ideas and I go, well, you know what? Maybe I can start doing other stuff. Maybe I can come up with a poster for their website,
Hmm.
and do it as a giveaway. So I did one and someone caught it and then went back to the head guys at the site, and then they reached out and go, hey, would you be willing to give up that poster and we'll reimburse you or whatever. And it kind of took off there. And then once I opened my Instagram account, and that was like in 2013, then I started drawing a little bit more, and then I started drawing more, and I figure I'll do a design a week, one or two designs, and they're all digital, but everything was sketched out on pencil on 8x11, and I would put it in through Illustrator. I'll trace it and I'll color it, and then it just took off. And a lot of the stuff I was doing was a lot of Disney stuff,
Hmm.
and I know that Disney does not like me because of the stuff I put out there. It's not exactly Disney friendly because I had that book on Etsy for about, I would say, roughly a year, and it was pulled.
Hmm.
And it's just like the Berkey shirt, you had it up there and then they pulled that shirt.
Right. Didn't last.
So, but what I go with my style, it goes back into the 80s, and my biggest influence was Sergio Aragones. That was my biggest influence. He was like my idol. And I took a lot of his stuff when I was growing up and drawing more and more. But when I tailed off and I took that break and then I came back, then I started doing like mashups. I did a lot of homages, just a lot of stuff that I don't normally see on Instagram. So I just try to go a different direction. So it's not like I'm tracing the character. I'm just doing my version
Hmm.
of the character. And the one character I did was a Mickey with a skull on it. So I'm sure you'll see that on the book. There's like a lot of pages of that. And I'm a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. You're going to see a lot of that, just my version of it. But yeah, it just carried over there into now. And then this past year, just a little over a year, I went from digital back to traditional, which is I just do pencils. I just do inks over pencils on 9.5. So it's like, a 9x12 paper.
Hmm.
And I just started doing that and it just took off there because now I'm starting to do it a little bit faster and quicker because I was always nervous about inking my pencils because I feel like I have a shaky hand. So yeah. So a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, you did this image for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these are
Yeah, it's
fun. I
pretty
mean,
it's pretty out there.
yeah, Pikachu, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that stuff's great, man.
Yeah, so this is stuff I just do on free time. Like I'll pencil it on a Friday, I'll ink it on a Saturday, and I'll draw another one on Sunday, and I'll ink that either on a Friday or on Saturday. So I try to do one a week.
these, are,
Yeah,
these are fun.
so the Wolverine that you got was the first one I attempted to ink. And Jeff Wedding also has one, but that one was originally just going to be dark pencils. But I decided I'm just going to go ink it. It's pretty rough, but I figure, yeah, he's a Star Wars fan. So I went to him, I saw him at Comic-Con. I say, hey, do you want this? And he took it. So I was like, okay. So I've only given away two, but right now, since I started going back to traditional pencils, I probably filled up two portfolios, and I still have and I already filled up half another one. So like 2.5 portfolios I've already filled up of just 9x12s.
Yeah, these are great. Even got a thing in here too, man. This is These are fun. I know when I saw your pencils, I was like, damn, because you had sent me some of the prelims to the T-shirt art, and and I was trying to imagine what they'd look like inked, and this is yeah, these are fantastic. I love
Yeah,
them.
honestly, I haven't gone back. It's like that X-Men shirt that you got, that one with just all the X-Men, like the homage or something like that.
Yep.
That one I went back to digital just to do it real quick, but then I went back to traditional. So that was like the only one I did in the past year.
Wow.
Yeah, but my inks need work, so but I'm trying to get better.
Cletus is asking if he's going to see these at OAX. No, Alex is not coming to OAX. You can see him now, though, and you can see him on his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm right here, right here.
There we go.
Next year, maybe, possibly next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've kept my work. I've kept my artwork. You and Jeff are the only two that I've given out this stuff. So, but yeah, this is the digital stuff. This is when I started doing. This one took a lot more work, obviously.
Mhm.
Oh, and there's the Darth Vader. That's the one that Jeff has.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I did that one, and that was probably like 2 nights before San Diego Comic Con, and then I just gave it to him. I go, "Hey, do you want this?" And he said, "Yeah." He took it.
Damn. These are great. Yeah, well, I could see why Disney might have a problem or two with you. You know.
Yeah, it's just like because I've worked with Disney before. I worked with Disney and Nickelodeon were they were cool enough to do my work. Like Disney, they have they have a style guide. So if
Right.
you wanted to do your style, they're not going to do that. But Nickelodeon, I gave them like a montage of stuff I've done in the past, and they said, "Hey, well, we can work with you." And I was like, "All right, we can do something together." Like, look at this, like a SpongeBob
Modoc
Modoc.
is yeah, it's crazy. You did a great job on this one.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the most absurd stuff, and it hasn't been done. I've probably done it.
I mean, you got a little rat fink kind of style in some of these as well. I mean, it's just awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to see you doing the traditional inking on them too. I mean, I think that I don't know, pencils are nice, but being able to see what you can do with the ink is cool. But you don't sell your art,
I do
right?
not. I just hold on to it. I just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking I was gonna do maybe 2 commissions this year, just 2 though, 1 or 2 of them, and I'll put that up on my Instagram maybe in April. I'll just post it up there, and whoever wants to take the 2, I'll just do those 2 because I feel like the last thing I want to do is be on that Facebook buyers beware or whatever those I'm
Yeah,
talking
the
about.
sketch
Yeah.
by it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
the commissions and stuff like that. That's the last thing I want to do. And I was kind of shocking because some of those people I do follow, and I was kind of like, oh, really? I mean, they haven't heard from them for like 6 or 7 months, and some of them I haven't heard for 2 years. And I go, wow, man, they got a lot of patience.
yeah. I mean, so I assume you've because I think by and large you post published work in your CAF gallery. Have you not commissioned a lot of artists yourself?
No, I know I have, but it's not in the folder where I show all the other like the original art.
Hmm.
I had one commission that was a Ron Frez I had
Okay.
done. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, commissions can be hit or miss, but
Oh no, he
there's
hit a home run with this one.
yeah.
I didn't put it because it was like only 18. I go, okay, I was gonna try to squeeze a 19, but I go, I don't want Bill staying up till midnight. So I just said, let's not do that to Bill because he has OX stuff going on
I
tomorrow. So
do. Yeah, we
yeah.
had a very productive day today. Yeah, it's good. I got the auction paddles in the other day. Nobody gets to see them until the auction. It's a surprise, but it's not a Thor hammer this year. I got the swag bags in the other day. Yeah, it's just we got lots of cool stuff. I think tomorrow I have even more stuff getting delivered. So
Oh
that's cool. We
wow.
get to pick up some of the posters later this week. It's just all coming together.
Do you ever get
Yeah.
nervous on that Wednesday night before the big preview night? Do you ever get nervous on that? Is it
Well,
was Thursday or Friday?
this is our first preview night. Well, I mean, Kaz and I, yeah, there's a lot to. I don't know. Once you get there, it's more just a grind. I don't feel like I get nervous at all, just because you get to. There's so many people there, and you can that actually was about when it starts to feel a little bit more easy. I think. I mean, there's still stressful stuff going on all around you. Some people mad that they don't have a power outlet uh or whatever. They couldn't check into their room early, so there's always something like that. But the stress during the show is definitely different than the stress in the lead up to a show. Like a week ago, or even up till about today, or it was a bit of. It felt like a big monkey on your back. But it's only just because you got to get print stuff done and last minute stuff. There's always something that we have to line up. I mean, or an agreement to get signed that's kind of happening last minute. But no, uh, I don't know. Kaiser might be able to answer that question better and differently than me. But at the end of the day, it's just like these shows that we do. I always get nervous right before a show starts, and then once they start, you can't stop it. You just kind of roll with it, whether there's going to be good things and bad things that happen over the course of that event. And uh, just like the comic art lives, there's going to be something that's going to go wrong, but more things are going to go right than go wrong. And you just walk, at the end of it, you take a deep breath and move on to the next project.
Yeah, it's like it's like you spurned a lot of artists on your site. It's crazy how it is, like Mannix and Aranga. I know he's from 4C, but like the stuff you do for all these guys, these great artists and stuff like that, that's awesome that you give them that opportunity.
No, I think we haven't had the opportunity to do enough, so far. But but I hear what you're saying. To me, it's when collectors are collecting artists' work and showing it on CAF. I think that's how that's how they show their respect for the artists, and I think that really helps the artists get more work. Right, when people can see good work being put out there, and they see other collectors commenting on how much they like a piece, whether it's a published piece or a commissioned piece. I think all that I never thought about it in those ways until the last few years of working like this. But yeah, no, it's all good. And I think it's kind of the same. All that stuff, makes us as collectors happy. And it's just making the market better by sharing the work. That's what CAF's all about. Uh, Marcus is spreading rumors in the chat that are not true, but that's okay. That Marcus is allowed to say whatever he wants in there.
Well, I
But
know
yeah,
that like I was gonna say, I'm sorry, Bill, but I was just
huh?
gonna ask you about like I don't know, we didn't go into great detail, but like I know your site is the original, right? And
Mhm.
I know there's a lot of imitators, all that, and I'm seeing a lot of them pop up, and a lot of respect to them. I'm not knocking any of those other sites, but do you feel like it's a compliment, like other people are, taking your site as a reference,
Well, I
to other
mean,
ones?
I 2D Galleries has been out there for almost 18 years. They
Right.
copied CAF 100%. I mean, even down to the way they stored their data. Art types and media types and all that kind of stuff. So like, people have been doing it. Shoot, it seems like every other year someone else creates a site. Whether it sticks around or doesn't, I mean, that's just most of them are out there, like Connectable or whatever their name was. They came out like right after the pandemic, and so no, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, uh, to me, I think just being able to know that there's a lot of interest in the arts. You got the Lucas Museum opening soon. I think everybody who has an idea or an angle to try to capitalize on that, will. So, um, more power to them. I think you think about it. I mean, look at the number of reps that have kind of come out in the last 5 or 6 years. You have maybe like 12 to 13 years ago or so, there were almost hardly any reps out there. And all of a sudden you have, Marquet, you have Felix, and then the next thing you know, you've got reps in Europe happening. So, anytime anybody has a good business model, you can expect to see people try to imitate it, right? I mean, we get a new rep every week now, right? So no, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think the more people promoting the arts, the better. And I'm just glad that we've been out here for as long as we have and stayed kind of true to what what we started. The philosophy we had with CAF, and it's grown. And I don't know. so so none of that bothers me, because a lot of the things that are happening out there today are revolving around commerce related stuff, right? And I think that when people see eBay kind of fading a little bit, it just all those things create desire in people who have entrepreneurial kind of desires, right? I mean, we look at you look at opportunities that are out there all the time. So yeah, no, It's all good at the end of the day, Alex. So yeah,
Yeah.
I should have been scrolling through your art while we're talking.
Oh no, it's
I
all right.
apologize. Uh, but now we probably looked at more art there than I'm going to show from the stuff that you sent me of your own art. Let me see here. Let me at least pull that up so I can at least say that I showed off what you sent me from your own pieces. Where is it? Oh, share screen. Here we go. So were you a gamer at all? Yeah, as far
Yeah, I
as
played
Mario and
Nintendo back in the 80s, and then
yeah.
I had Super NES, and then I stopped after that. But yeah, here's an example here is like I looked on the internet. I didn't see at the time that there was a homage of ASM 316, so King Koopa over Mario. So I figured, okay, I'll sketch this out. So that was 8x11. So this was done in Procreate. So I ink it, and then you can see the colored version, and that was done in Photoshop. And what I do is I'll put that in my shop. I'll buy it myself, and then I take it off. So I'm the only one wearing it. I tend to do that a lot. Yeah, because I know some people are asking me like, where can I get the shirts? Where can I get the shirts? And I always worry that if I put it up there, they're going to take it down because obviously it's not my IP,
Right.
but I'm just doing like, it's just my style. But I'll say this, like, if anybody wants, like, if they want to see my gallery of shirts, I will post it. If someone wants to DM me, and I'll post it and I'll send a link. But if you want something from there, just take it out as soon as you can, because I'll leave it there for a week. So if anybody wants one of these shirts, just reach out to me, DM me on my Illustrator account, and then I'll send you a link, and then just make sure just to get it right away, and then I'll just pull it a few days later. So I'll pull it out there.
Yeah, I don't even think that Spider-Man shirt lasted like 2 days when I had it out there. It was shocking.
Yeah, this one was a rough. So this one was like, this is one I did this really quick, but when I did it when I did the inking, it took me a lot longer. So you can see this is the before and that's the after. So you can see a big difference on that. And then when you see the colored, you get that. I know you don't like skulls, Bill, but
I like this skull. I put it in the intro video.
oh,
I
you
thought it was
did,
awesome.
you did.
I did. Yeah, no, it's freaking awesome. But yeah, no, remember, it's Maureen that doesn't like skulls. I have no problem with a skull here or there. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so I made that into a shirt and I took it off. And then the last one, I want to see how many people get this joke.
I know I saw it and I thought, all right, I didn't get the joke.
Yeah, it's a cover. It's in the 80s, and it's very inappropriate what Alf was doing to a seal. So this is like a reunion here. So I don't
There's
know if
not a lot of
anybody's seen
Alf
it cover.
artwork out there. I think you might find a few. Well, see, what do we got? Number One Marvel fan says it's an Alf comic cover. Newell owns a copy of that issue. Okay. I bet you there's less than 12 pieces of Alf art on Comic Art Fans, but you're not going to find any more than that anywhere else. But
well, there's a guy that there's a collector that has like 6 or 7 of them in his gallery. Wow. Alf covers, and he's been selling them. So I don't know. He might have it. I don't know. I didn't see it in his gallery though. I don't think.
Well, now I'm really curious how many. I'm gonna have to search CAF to see. Alf. 82 results. Now that can't be. Yeah, that is. My goodness. Well, okay, it's not all Alf. Alf McCall is the name of an artist. So okay, so it's not all about Alf. There's a little bit out there though. There's a few pieces for sale too. You're right.
Yeah, there's some covers there, and it's like, oh wow, but oh my god, if that cover went on, that cover will probably be 30 grand. I wouldn't doubt it, because it's just how it is. It's just like the Rob Liefeld, the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to try to go for that cover, but when it shot up to like 80, 90, I go, dude, this is ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around these days with art prices. But no, I didn't really know there was a market for Alf artwork, but I'm going to leave this tab open and look at it after the show tonight. Huh. Is that the? Oh no, there was. I knew there
Oh
was
no, and
one
there's
there.
there's just there's some of them that I've not posted on Instagram, but
Wow, some good
yeah,
looking cubs
so
there. Love that.
so it's just like it just comes to me. It's just like that the one on the lower right, not the Pikachu, but the one to the left, like that's Mighty Mouse holding a Sentinel head. I don't know why I was thinking that. I go, oh, that would be cool. Mighty Mouse was holding a Sentinel head, Sentinel. So
Hmm.
I go, shoot, let's just do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Marcus
but
just
just to
sent
get
me
the
an
general
alpha
idea,
here.
like I'll show you where my ideas come from. They come from this
Here, let's switch over to your camera.
right here. You can't see it, but it's there. Like there's different things, and I just scribble a lot. And if there's an idea, I just take it and I'll just run with it. So it's just like this. So it's like I take an 8x11, I fold it, and I start drawing on it. So yeah.
And do you scan it and then take it into Illustrator or something, or
Yeah,
Photoshop?
no, this is so basically if I have the idea, I'll draw it on the 9x12 and I'll just ink it.
Mm.
Like the thing right there, that's the first time I'm using Zipatone. That's Zipatone right there on the thing right on the top left. Because I've never used it before, and I go, let me give it a shot on this, and it came out all right.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah,
to the
Chris
right, that's
Snork would
the
probably buy that from you.
what's that?
I think Snork would buy that from you.
And the one on the right, that's the Chamber of Chills homage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh, good stuff, man.
And there's the X-Men right there, Monsters Inc. style.
Cyclops. Oh man, very fun, Alex. So if I get one of these every couple months, like every well, I would say every couple months, a couple of these a year, and you made my day. I've got a whole wardrobe now of
Oh my God,
pieces.
how many shirts did I give you? That it's over 10.
It's over 10.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's over 10.
well over. I don't get to wear them all, but Maureen chuckles every time I walk in the room with a new one. So,
Oh, really?
but I got to get this one. I do need to get Jason's up on the TeePublic store. You sent me the image in the last like I think in December, and I just have not had a chance to get it posted. He would have probably bought all of his friends one of these and had them wear it at OAX if I had done that.
Yeah, that took a little bit of time because I was trying to run some ideas. I go, what would be a good Jason shirt? And then I saw the video of him, you know, going like this, and I go, you know
Yeah.
what? Perfect. Frank Miller, Jason, perfect match.
Oh yeah. No, it was perfect. When the moment was when he and I talked about it, because I think Dino had done in one of the first amateur matches, he had done a little clip where he did the middle finger, right, where he's cranking it, just like
Right, right.
Guardians of the Galaxy. And when I saw that, and then when Jason came on, I was like, oh, that's too perfect. He loves Wolverine. Let's do this. I couldn't get him to film it in front of something that could have or like a green screen. So he's in his kitchen in his his Miami jersey, but but it worked out just the same. Just playing the drum roll that couldn't have worked out better.
And the Berkey, I was gonna do another shirt with Berkey, but the shirt I was kind of worried about, like I don't know what his attitude toward, like his expression toward the shirt, but the idea was I was gonna have his head, and there's gonna be a speech bubble, and it's just gonna say it's the more you pay, the more it's worth.
I don't know. Now Berkey was quoting somebody on that one.
No, he
That
was
wasn't.
quoted, but he said it multiple times. I remember
Oh, he
that.
did because he thought it was funny. I forget who he. I think is that. I don't want to say who I think said that. But, no, I know
And I go, that sounds like you know what? Honestly, he probably just made that up, and he actually came with that quote. It won't surprise me.
I think Marcus knows who's made that quote before, and it's not Albert. It is very close to Heritage. Heritage has said something like that, but I do think there was a dealer who
Oh, the
said that once.
auctioneer.
Well, they don't say it quite like that, but they had it. It's been said numerous times. There was this great quote that I heard from Pete Koch, and I keep forgetting it. I'll have to dig it up. Maybe when we're looking at the slides, I'll try to find it. It was just something that's funny. Like, no, I won't even try to quote it because I know I'll mess it up. But I know it's like a Freak Brothers kind of riff that he did. Uh, when we were in San Diego last summer, and it just made me laugh. I was like, that should be a T-shirt. Um, but yeah, here, I might as well just find it, right? Because now I've like everybody will probably think it sucks. Let me see here.
And then I had another idea. Well, I'll throw this idea out there, and I had a Nick Barucci idea. So it's like a class, like a yearbook picture, right? And I know
Mhm.
there's an image of him. I don't know if he had like a mullet or something. I missed it. He posted it once on his
Yeah, he really had a mullet back in the
Oh, see,
day.
I missed it. If anybody has that, can you send it to me? But anyway, so it's going to be a yearbook picture. It's going to have that mullet, and it's going to have his name, and underneath it, you have your quote, and it was just going to say, "It fell between the cracks." That was going to be his quote.
That is a yeah, that is his quote, isn't it? Fell between the cracks. But no, I bet you Marcus, he takes screen grabs of everything. So if you ever do anything embarrassing, he's got a copy of it. So I'm sure he has a Barucci with his party, business in the front, party in the back haircut, because it even was a little spiky. I mean, so it's spiky on top. It looks like
Right.
if he really faced you straight on, you might think he was a professional.
Well, if Marcus is still on, can I have a sticker of that? That would be great, man. Please, I want a sticker of that.
Here was what he said. I don't know what we were doing. I think we were all we were at a bar, and he said, art will get you through times of no money better than money will get you through times of no art. And I'm like, that's right, man. That's right. That's perfect. So you can, art's far more important than having cash. I think that we were talking about something financial, and he just looked at me and said that. I'm like, that's so good. I love that. Anyway, yes, and he had a perm before too, didn't he? Yes. So
Oh, that's even better, I think.
yes, and
How
get
am
him
I
to open
missing
it
all
up.
this stuff? I need to go on that channel more. Like I'll watch it sometimes, but
And I think he wears like green pants every now and again or something. Yeah, Baruchi's he's an interesting guy, that's for sure.
are you
So,
going to be? I was going to ask you, are you going to be at Comic-Con this year, San Diego?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at
Oh,
Comic Con.
nice.
I mean, yeah, I can't see why not. It's I don't like going to New York Comic Con, so San Diego is good. I'm actually gonna try to go to the New Jersey Comic Art Con, and well, shoot, that's March now. I guess it's like 5 or 6 weeks away. I better start planning for that. But yeah, San Diego, why not? Is it red pants? I thought it was green pants. I can never tell. Anyway, but yeah, why? You're gonna, that's your neck of the
I'll
woods, so
be
you
there. Yeah, I just re-upped on my professional badge, so I'll be there for another 3 years.
sweet. Did you have to jump through hoops to get a pro badge?
Yeah, I have to show all my work and stuff like that. Like they're very stingy on that. They're very anal on that.
Hmm.
And I was able to get on. I just got on like maybe 2 months ago. Yeah, so I had to re-up. But with the Comic-Con thing is just like I just gonna do it real quick. Like the Brian Peck dinner was great. I did it like the last minute. It was nice
Hmm.
to see all because the only collector I knew was Jeff at the time. So it was nice to see like Kopecki and Daryl and Lee and Caesar. Like it was nice to see those guys, in person.
Oh yeah, no, that's why any kind of meetup is good. And Brian's been hosting those for probably
Yeah.
20 years, all around. But no, that's why when you were showing me the art on your phone, I was like, shoot, man, I had no idea.
Yeah, at the time they weren't posted, but I posted those already. But I have a
Yeah.
question with that because I remember that Kazor did not get his meatballs. Has he gotten them yet?
No, he is not.
Oh, he
But
did
if
not get
somebody
it? I thought he did get it. No, he didn't? Oh my God. That's horrible.
poor Casper, but yeah, that was a fun dinner though. That
Oh, it
that that
was.
that that was a good time. Yeah, that was a good table. Kopecki remembers it. It was a nice dinner.
Especially the
But
night
no,
after
that's
too.
what hanging out, at the shows is always fun. That's why OAX works so well. Just keep bringing everybody together. Um, yeah, no, but kudos to Brian because that you got to wrangle people together, get some RSVPs, find the right place for everybody to go to. It's not easy in San Diego to organize an outing with more than 4 people's stuff, and he gets. I think we had like 20 people there. at that?
Yeah, yeah, we got there. I thought we got there on time, and then next you know, like there's only two seats available, and there's one next to you, and there's one across next to Kopecky, and that was it. It was just like, oh shoot, we just got in time.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Um, well, why don't okay, back to art now. Let's talk about your art collecting habits. All right. So 5 years ago, roughly, you start and you were collecting sketch covers during the pandemic before everything kind of opened up again.
Okay,
Is that
so
kind of true?
yeah, so when COVID happened, you know, we have all this money, you know, we're not spending anything. So I started following all these you know, the YouTube channels.
Hmm.
And during those YouTube channels that, you know, they're throwing like all these graded covers, right? So these are like the CGC and whatnot. But I started getting a kick about it, and I go, you know what? Maybe it'd be great if I can get all the books I used to own and the ones I didn't get, you know?
Hmm.
So I made a list and I started buying everything. Like I bought like I knew that 9.8 was like the premium, but 9.9 and 10 is like rare to get. So I try to make it to that night white pages, all that stuff. So I collected like I had the 238, these like the ASM, I had the 238, the 316, the 300. I had all those. And then I noticed, I don't know where it was, but it wasn't your channel, but it was another channel. And then they were showing these sketch covers. And I go, that's really cool. It's like you can actually draw on the cover and then you can get those graded. So I started buying those. Now I'm gonna say this: there is no money in that shit. I'm sorry, cussing, but there is no money in that. No money. And I wasn't going for any money. I just wanted to get like I got a Jim Lee.
Hmm.
One of the best ones I got was a Neil Adams Batman 66. So it was signed by Adam West and Burt Ward. That was probably my best one. And so I went through that. I posted those all on CAF. And then for some reason on like I rarely went on Facebook. This had to been like early morning. I was up for some reason and someone posted a bunch of covers of Thanos. And I went through them and there was one that popped out. But amongst all those covers, there was like an Adam Kubert, an Herberto Ramos. Like these were like really nice covers. And I guess the collector, I think I asked him and he said he was like everybody, he's trying to sell it off so he can get a bigger piece. That's what he was trying to do. So there was a Keown cover, and I looked at it and I go, shoot, if I keep staring at it, it's going to be gone. So I reached out to him and I said, hey, would you be willing to take this price? And he says, how about we meet in the middle? So I'll go, that's perfect. So I send a payment. I told him to remove it. Yeah, so this is the cover. I told him to remove it just in case someone comes in and goes, oh, dude, I'll pay more than that. You know, I always worry me like when someone might do that.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, it happens. So I told him, just do me a favor, just remove it if I send the payment. He takes it off. I wait a month because he's overseas. And when I looked at it, I go, oh, I like, holy shit, this is unreal, man. I stared at it for a good 15 minutes. And this is done in 2012. So this is like 20 years after he finished the Hulk run. So it's got to be at least 20 years. And he's probably pushing 50 doing this cover. And I go, I can't believe the shading, the pencil work he does. And when it comes to pencil work, he's probably one of the best. But yeah, this one just set me off. And I go, all right, you know what? I'm going to sell all my comics, all my sketch covers, and I'll just put it to original art. Now, the thing with the comics, I did have a lot, and I sold them in 22, and that's when they started dipping. That's when it started going down for the comics. So I was able to get my money back and about 50% on top of that. But with the sketch covers, I did not get my money back. I was down 50 to about 75%. I lost pretty much a lot of money. There was some that gained some, but the majority there was nothing. But I was fine with it. So basically, I broke even on those purchases.
But
But
like the
yeah, they
sketch
went.
covers, though, were you buying them at auction or were you buying
I
them at
was
fixed
buying
price?
them on auction. I did have one. I still have one left. I'm sorry, I can't get it right now. I have to dig through some stuff, but it was a Kreese cover, and I had him do a Venom and Spider-Man. It came out really nice, so I still have that one. But everything else I sold.
There you go. Tom says sketch covers you get for love only.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's 100%. That's true.
But did you auction them off then to sell them, or did you try listing
Okay,
them someplace?
so so there were three sketch covers I sent on eBay. There was a Bermejo Dark Side, there was a Stegman Spider-Man, and there was a Zek Punisher. I paid probably 3,500 for all three of them. 35, let's say 3,500. The return on that, I probably got just a little over $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Don't
being
tell us
honest.
which artist you got the least
I took
back
a
on.
yeah, someone I posted it on my because I have another Instagram account just all my hobby stuff,
Hmm.
all my stuff that I bought prior. But someone reached out and I go, "Hey, dude, you should have just canceled it and just kept it." And I go, "Dude, I'm not doing that. Just let it ride. Just let it go. It's fine. I'm not gonna cancel that."
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? I mean that the first couple of years, lots of stuff went higher than it should have. The comic market was rife with that, the first 2 years of the pandemic. So I think a lot of stuff sold for higher. Trading cards, same thing. Art's about the only thing that really held its value. But sketch covers, I don't really follow that market too much, but it doesn't surprise me that it could have had. Well, I just never, not that bad though. But they all sounded like good pieces. I mean, it's
Right.
at the end of the day, wrong. No, the right buyer wasn't there when you
Oh,
were
and
looking.
then just so you know, the Bermejo that sold for mine, he put it up for 2,500 the next day when he got it. And he DM'd me to let me know, hey, thanks again for that, like just to rub it in. And I go, well, thanks. Oh, well, it is what it is, man. Hey, man, you can do whatever you want with it. It's out of my hands. But
Wow.
back to this cover. I should have left. I should have gave you the actual cover to this, the color one. It
Mm.
is so washed out. It just doesn't do this justice. It's just how they colored it. But they should just left it like this, just like just the pencils and inks. But it's crazy. I know there's different versions of this. There's another one just him by himself, and then there's a Hulk one as well. I've seen those, but when I saw this pop out, I go, look, either now or never, man. If I'm not going to get it now, it's gone. So I better get it. And that's what I did.
Well, it's a beauty. And when you were talking about worrying about the seller going back on a deal, Kopecki said, I literally had that happen and he refunded me and took the other deal.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just said, you know what? Take it off, dude. Please, for the love of God, take that off, man. I do not want to lose that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, Mr.
David Finch.
Finch.
Yeah, so I got this off Essential Sequential.
Mhm.
So I got a hold of Jason and I reached out to him. I said, hey, would you be willing to take it for this price? And he automatically said yes. And I said, damn it, I should have lowballed him on this one, but it was a little discount. But yeah, this is the one I was kind of looking at. It took me a couple weeks just to go, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. So, but I don't know, man. I look at it and I go, it's just crazy detail that Finch puts us in this. And I'm not going to compare Finch to McFarlane or Art Adams, but I just compare him just for the level of ink on this thing. It's just ridiculous, the detail that he puts on the little lines and all that. And it's, oh my God. I think it's Finch on this one. And if you zoom in on Bishop's hand, if you go scroll, like you zoom in, you're going to see a paste up right there. You see that line? So I asked
Like right
Finch
here.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked Finch about that, and he said that he didn't like the way he drew Psylocke's legs, so he redrew it.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces. Yeah, I don't know the book. I can assume this is like a short-lived book because there's no Cyclops, so it's obvious this book did not last. So this was Uncanny X-Men #1, so I guess this was like the new team. And I think this was like 2017. I forgot what year I put on this one.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
awesome. I love Finch's work too. But now you're
But this,
telling everybody that you can make Jason offers on his listed prices and maybe get a deal. It never hurts to ask.
you know what? When I reached out to him, and I had a hard time paying him because he wanted to do a different way. I became so difficult trying to pay this. At one point, Jason said, "Hey man, I'll get back to you. I got to walk my dog. I'll get back to you. Just try to do what you can." I was like, "All right." I felt bad, man. I was trying to figure this out, but for some reason my bank was giving me a hard time because it was so much. But I was able to pay like on a like day-to-day basis, and I was able to pay it off, and I got it like a few weeks later. Yeah, but this is one of the things I love Finch, man. I just love the detail on this. I love the way he drew Storm and Nightcrawler. Bishop came out great. There's Jubilee. It's just really nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I saw it. Yeah, Kopecky says all dealers are open to wheeling and dealing. That's true. Reps not always though. That's the only reason I was commenting on that, because you never know. A lot of the a lot of reps will not budge on prices.
You know,
It's
I was going to go into San Diego this year. I was going to do the unthinkable, and I was going to negotiate with the Donnellys because there are two covers they have that I really want. But the amount of money they're asking is so ridiculous. So I was thinking maybe this is a year I'll try and negotiate. But obviously, I need to know in the chat, like, what are the chances I can get a good deal on that? And I'm sure it's zero. But it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
no, it never hurts to ask. My advice with Steve and Rich is, they like trade more than they like cash. That's the thing,
Oh, yeah.
So it's, and then it's a matter of establishing, what your stuff is valued at versus what they value their stuff at. But it's an easier, in my experience. I mean, at the end of the day, they're collectors. They don't want to, like, they don't, everything they own, they love. So
Right.
it's them more than most, and that's not it's a challenging position to be in, because
Oh, I
as
know.
collectors we all value our pieces more than they probably are actually worth, at least by 10 or 15%, not 100% more. But at the end of the day, that's you're at a disadvantage from the beginning unless you've got stuff to trade. Then it's easier.
Yeah, they say to go to a certain brother, but I keep forgetting which one that is to negotiate. But
Oh, well, I like them both. I work
yeah, of
I work
course.
with
Oh no,
both
I'm not
guys.
dissing the other one. I'm just saying that's what they recommended. I'm sure
Marcus says,
they're
don't
nice
listen to
guys.
me.
I've talked to them before. I talked to them last year.
No, they exactly.
Yeah.
They're gonna be at OAX. They got three booths this year, if I'm
Well,
not
hopefully they don't
mistaken.
sell those covers. I'm crossing my fingers. Well, maybe not. I seriously doubt they'll sell it, but they were asking for really much, a lot.
Yeah. See, Dave agrees with me. He says trade is key with them, and their stuff is more trade bait than for sale. Exactly. I mean, when you're dealing with figures that so, a lot of these pieces are going to, it's almost better to trade, right, than to have money changing hands. The less money changing hands, sometimes the better. If you can do it all in art, hallelujah. So
Right.
if you ever get audited, there you don't have to see a big pile of cash going in and out of your bank account. It's never a bad thing. But let's see here. What are we going to next? Oh,
Okay,
cool.
so yeah, this is Brett Booth and Adesso Corona on the inks on this one. I got this through Clan McDonald. I'll admit I overpaid for this. I'll admit that because I thought, because when I started collecting, I went for the modern stuff first.
Mm,
So like if there's something I wanted, I didn't really I saw the price, but I figured that's what they're worth. So I'll just go at it. It's not till now I know, okay, I'm gonna avoid this, I'm gonna avoid that. Like I know better now at this point. But when I started, I might have overpaid for a few things. That's a given. For this one, yeah, I reached out to McDonald and I asked him because he originally Spencer showed this and no one took it. And I reached out because he said, once we take it, we're going to double the price. So I reached out to McDonald. I go, hey, dude, I'll take it at the original price, but I'm not paying double for it. And he reached out to Spencer or Brett, and then they said yes. And then I sent him the money and I got this. And I got to say, though, this is out of all the variants, all the Spawn variants, this is my favorite
mhm.
Gunslinger. Yeah. Spawn. It's just I love the design, I love the character, and it's just that look, you know. And if they could release a movie of this guy, that'll be the best thing, you know. But I feel like this, out of all the variants, he's the best one out of the Spawn variants.
Yeah, I love Brett's work too. I mean, I think
So
this is gorgeous.
underrated.
Yeah,
It's
without
ridiculous how
question.
underrated he is.
Yeah,
I
it is.
remember last year, there were like 5 covers by Brett Booth on Heritage, and all of them combined must have been under 8 or 7K. And they're nice covers. And it's just how underrated this guy is and the level of detail he puts out there. Because I think he started on Wildstorm. I think he started with Image. I can't remember, but I think he started there. And but yeah, he's just so this is a comic, and this is also a trade paperback. So it's on 2 covers. So a bonus there. But
There you go. Kopecky has loved Brett since 1993.
yeah, it's so crazy how underrated. I like, don't get me wrong, I see other artists out there and the amount of money they're making, and this guy is not getting not even a portion of that. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, it's a question I think a lot of artists wrestle with. You know, when you see some artists getting, whatever, $10,000 for a new cover, and they can only get $1,500. It's always, yeah. How do you answer the reasons why? And a lot of it's just popularity. At the end of the day, Jim Lee gets 30 to $50,000 for a newly published cover. It's it is what it is. That's what the market bears, right? Yeah, he's got an established price point. He's been selling his art on the market since the early '90s, and had representation, early on, from Doombeard over to Moy, and so, you just gotta work it. That's I think what it boils down to. But I agree. But with Booth though, I think he's highly underrated, and I've owned a few pieces of his over the years, but I don't have anything in my collection right now. But when I see this, it reminds me of why I really like his stuff.
Yeah, it's just like I just appreciate his art. Yeah. And I remember him because I kind of checked out in the 90s. I was more of 80s. And I just remember his stuff when he worked at Image. So this one is Capullo and Mickey, and yeah, it's that lower panel, man. I got this off CAF. First time trying to negotiate with somebody on CAF on this one. He had it up, and it wasn't for a lot. And I told him, hey, would you go a little bit, like a couple $100 below that? And he sold it, and I was able to buy it. But yeah, this is when I had my Spawn kick, because I got this around the same time as I got the Gunslinger as well. But yeah, it's just it's not only Capullo, but it's Danny Mickey. I mean,
Mhm.
those two together, it's just I like McFarlane on Capullo too, but don't get me wrong, but Mickey is just on another level.
No, I agree. I think Mickey over Capullo is the best as well. Yeah, I feel like I mean, I think it's a great image. That's why that bottom panel is just so damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, but look at just that detail, man. It's just crazy. It's yeah, this
That's
is also I think
beautiful.
this is 99 when this was done. But yeah, it's just yeah, look at the line work and the teeth and the cape. You could just feel like you could see McFarlane in there because that's what Capullo was going for, but you could tell it's just a different artist, you know.
Hmm. So this was your first calf deal,
This was my first and my last.
and your last?
Well, not my last, but I haven't done it since.
Right,
So,
right.
but I
Did you?
think
Was
this
it?
is oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say, was it during a Comic Art Live, or just you saw it in somebody's
No,
calf
this is
gallery?
before that. Yeah, this is I think I bought this in 24, no, I think 23 I bought this.
Okay.
But yeah, and that's another thing too. This year, I might start negotiating with other collectors, like they have that NFS, not for sale.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try and negotiate this year. Hopefully, I know I'm gonna have
Hey,
to pay a lot, but
yeah, you never know. I mean, if they tell you, they're not NFS means NFS, just move along. That's
I know.
really
There's some of them strictly say, "Hey, I'm not so and so. I'll sell this if you have so and so page." Like they'll go specific. Like if you have that page, they'll willing to, they'll willing to trade it or sell it. But yeah,
well.
but
I mean, the good thing is you have pieces in your calf because when you go around making offers on stuff, people do their research before they reply if they don't know who you are, and having something in your calf gallery gives them a point of reference to whether or not you're legit or not. So a lot of because honestly, there's a lot of people that just use CAF to communicate and they don't have art in their galleries, and those are the people who are trusted the least unless the name is known.
oh yeah,
So
I don't negotiate with them. I've never had that, but I wouldn't go there.
right. I mean, I get it. I mean, whenever I get people will ask me stuff, right? And I'll check. I almost always go to their calf gallery before I reply if I don't recognize their name in it. And it always sucks when they don't have any art in there because, but then I look at it and say, all right, they've been a member for 5 years. Maybe they're premium too. And then I'm like, all right, well, they're supporting the site. They're using it just as a conduit for communication and stuff. So that, but if they're a new member and they're reaching out, then you get a little more concerned. But hey, Big John Buscema, Tom Palmer. Uh, what a great title page, man. This thing's awesome.
I know this one I got off Heritage. I knew I was going to win this one because I was going to go all out on it because I love Kang and I always felt that Palmer and Buscema were the best at drawing Kang, like clearly the best. And one of the things that what as a kid I collected Secret Wars and the Secret Wars too. But what pissed me off in Secret Wars is they killed off Kang in issue 4. I was so upset as a kid. I go, I don't think I'm by 5 through 12. I think I'm gonna pass on that. But
Right.
yeah, because I just love the character. But I think this storyline is when Sue and Storm join Avengers and they're trying to rescue Franklin Richards. I think this is the issue, but yeah, but just it's awesome. And I know this has been homaged before. I remember there's like the thing where he's floating as well, like in this position. I think that was Perez. It might be Perez, but it just reminds me of that one, that splash. But yeah, man, and you can see like who are like there's Tom Morgan was involved in this issue, and it's like what is it? Simonson wrote he was the writer. It's just like an all-star, man, just an all-star cast here.
Yeah, I mean, this is from Avengers 300. No, it's
Yeah.
it's a great image. The inking on it is fantastic, and yeah, written by Walt Simonson. Pretty awesome. Number one Marvel. Kang might die, but he always finds a way back. That is very
And
true.
that's why I love him. It's him, Doom, and Baron Blood were my favorites as a kid, those villains. Those were my three top tier villains when I was growing up.
Okay, and what about the hero side then?
Oh, the hero side, I like Thing. I like Spider-Man, Captain America. I just like the typical heroes and stuff like that. But and Spider-Ham, I was a big Spider-Ham guy.
There's a lot of Spider-Ham art on CAF.
Oh, I know it's the same guy too. There's a guy that has a bunch of those pages.
Yeah, no, he does. He's I've been trying to get him to do an interview with me just so we can look at all have 18 pieces of Spider-Ham art. Yeah, any worst, but haven't been able to work that one out yet though. But here's a favorite of mine. I mean,
Oh my God, Howard the Duck.
And Colin. I mean, man, this is great.
Yeah, so this one I got from your Dueling Dealers. It was the art drop that for Berkey. So I purchased this off them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so and I picked it up in San Diego Comic-Con. This is 24. I think it's 24. That's the first time I'm actually meeting Berkey. So when I picked this up, but yeah, as a kid, obviously this is well before I started collecting when these were released, and I thought Colin and Jansen were like the best ones at drawing Howard the Duck. When I saw this page and I saw Princess Python spanking him, I go, dude, I gotta have this one. That's the highlight in that center. That center panel is the best.
Oh, of course. Yeah, without question. Hey, John Beatty's in the chat. He heard Secret Wars mentioned, and he appears. Hey,
Oh
John.
man, you know what? If he's still here, we should go to that Zek cover because it says dedicated to it's like for Crash. I need to know who is Crash.
Okay, well, let's see. That is slide 10, I guess, right? We're on 6 right now. Here, we can go all the way over to here.
So
This will
yeah,
make
so zoom in on
Alberto
there
cry.
and I need to know who is Crash. So if BD's still there, man, please, I need to know because I tagged him on Instagram too to ask him that, but he never responded.
All right, John. If you know, if you remember who Crash was, we would love to know. If yeah, but yeah, Alberto's breaking into a sweat right now. I'm sure. It's like, yeah, there you go. Claim cap cover.
Yeah,
It's
Alberto
not
has
for
a sick
sale.
collection, man. I looked at it the other day, man. It's a lot of stuff. I have a story about that too, but we'll get into that once we get to this one.
All right, well, there you go. John says he doesn't remember.
Oh,
It
he
says
does
right there,
not.
to Crash, best John. Well, I, yeah, I can't say that in all my years of collecting, I have ever heard the nickname Crash before. So I don't know. Marcus, what about you? You ever hear of a collector with a nickname Crash? No, Alberto, that's wrong. I guarantee you. But while we're on this one, why don't we talk about it? You want to talk, or would you rather go back to
No,
the
we'll go
ornament?
back. We'll go back.
All right. Well, it's going to remain a mystery then. All right. Now this one looks like it's signed by Stan Lee.
It is. I guess this is probably the same time he was signing all those Campbells too.
Right.
Right, but this one he did a good job. It's right in the lower right. It's not on Spider-Man's face, nothing like that. So it's all
Not
good.
on
Or
his on the heel, on the bottom of his foot, or yeah. No, it's in the right spot.
yeah, so this is Sandoval who drew this one, and it's just this is the style I do love. It's kind of like kind of reminds me kind of graffiti-ish style. It's kind of blocked like the you can see it's kind of the lines are kind of like pointy and everything that you go around it. But yeah, this one's a nice one. I got this off Comic Link. And I forgot who said someone mentioned it on when I posted that this is like a homage for ASM 316. And I go, yeah, you know what? I can see that. I can
Yeah,
see a homage here.
sure.
But man, he did such a good job on this. And like his version of the Venom is just so like it's so different, but you know, you could tell it's Venom. But it's just awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail on this one. So you see, Alberto says he's the door is open for him to inquire about your NFS art now. So, John says yeah, you and Zach had a great run, John. Of course, man. You guys were a great team together, without
Oh my
question.
God. They were the best, man. I love the Secret Wars, and I know that some people said it was kind of rushed, and I get that, but those covers were classic. And with Zach, I as much as I love Burn is my number one. Zach is like a close, but his covers were the best in the 80s, no doubt.
No, I completely agree. I mean, that's yeah, man. I have yet to own something by Zach and Beatty though.
Oh, I'm
One of these
surprised.
days. There's enough out there. That's the thing. But there's a lot of competition for most of the stuff they worked on. But no, this is a great image though. I mean, there is a lot of detail crammed into it,
Yeah,
and
there's a
I
lot
like the
going
fact
on
that
there.
yeah, little slightly different take on the characters and the costumes. I mean, it makes it fun. I mean, the webbing's not it's not your Ramita senior webbing, where everything's
Definitely
nice and
not.
orderly. No, this is really cool.
Yeah, it's just another, you know, it's his vision of how he sees Venom and Spider-Man, and it just looks so good.
Hmm.
And he's still cranking them out, you know. He's still doing it, he's still doing his thing. So still great stuff.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so this one I picked up at my at Comic-Con 23, San Diego Comic-Con 23 or 22, I can't remember, but I got this off Kwang Chang. And I knew I was gonna I because he had it still on his site. So I just want to make sure like when I went to his booth, he still had it, and he did. And I asked him, hey, would you be willing to go a little lower on this? And he goes, I'll do it if you have cash. So me and Elaine, shout out to Elaine. Her birthday is coming up on Thursday. So shout out to you, girl. And a shout out to her daughters, Ryan and Charlie. But we had to walk 3 or 4 blocks, and those blocks are long. So I had to go to the closest Chase Bank just to withdraw the amount of money just to get this and walk back so I can just buy this piece. And I told him to hold it because I didn't want to carry it throughout the whole thing until the end of the day, but I was able to get it. But yeah, this is Jerome Opina, and the detail on this one is just like like you see the markers and everything is just it's insane.
Yeah. Jerome's really very talented and coming to OAX.
Oh, is he really? Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes,
That's
he
awesome.
is. As is Quan, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, so he's
But
gonna be at his booth?
yeah. Well, but now everybody knows you can get a deal with Quan if you bring him cash.
Cash is king, man. Cash is king. You
It
have the
is.
cash, you'll be willing, because he did another cover just recently of Venom and oh my God, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, there's another version of this just recent, and that one's even nicer too. So hopefully he has that. I'm sure it's probably gonna go a lot more than what I paid for this. Oh no,
Probably.
I'm sorry, it's no.
Yeah. But yeah, at OAX we actually have 2 cash machines on the floor. As if we need to help kind of encourage people to indulge their their art buying habit. We made sure that the hotel would stock two
Oh my
cash
God. Yeah.
machines.
It's like the thing is like I want to carry all that cash, but there's no way I can because I don't even want to buy anything. And you're holding all that stuff. You just gotta, I don't know, man. It's just, that's a lot to take in.
Ah, that's true there. Yeah, Caroline Cash is there too. Marcus, you're missing out by not coming to OAX. Caroline's there. Uh, she's got that awesome IC3D artwork. That I mean, yeah, Caroline's. I've never met her, but I can't. I've seen her art with Athenium when I was at Heroes. I love it. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they bring anything new to the show in a couple weeks. Wait a minute. Now this is a Wolverine 92 page. Yeah.
Yes. So this one, Adam
Wolverine.
Kubert and Dan Green inked this one, and it's so I got this off the International Heritage Auction. When I saw this piece, there is only one collector I can reach that knows nothing but Adam Kubert art. So you know who I'm talking about. So I DM'd Woovie fan. I asked him, hey, I'm after this page. Can you tell me what you think this is going to go? What do you think it's going to go for? And he told me how much it was. He threw a number out there, and I said, I think it's going to go a little higher. This came to auction. Who do you think was closest?
Him.
Exactly. He was almost on point on the amount this went for. I couldn't believe it. And
so you got a deal. You thought it was going to go higher, and you got it.
I thought it was going to go higher, and I go, oh shit, he was right. I cannot question this guy ever again. So, but if I go to OAX, I'll buy him a couple beers for that. But yeah, this is wow, this was a really nice one because usually I don't buy DPS double plays, those double page splashes that he does. And when I saw 11 by 17, I go, oh shit, I got to get this one because how nice it is. And that lower panel, it's just, with those claws and everything, but it just to me is just like I said, I checked out of the 90s, but I do remember Adam Kubert drawing. I just remember this series when he drew it.
Oh yeah, the Dan Green inks really.
Oh no, that helps a lot, obviously.
But yeah, this just with the figure work here, Dan was awesome. He made everybody look good in the 90s. Silvestri got look better with Dan Green inks. Adam on this piece, but that's that is very very funny. Let me see here. Tim Guerrero one. I don't know if Jerome's going to be sketching at the show, but I would like to think that he will be. I mean, he's coming a long way to come, to get to OAX, and yeah, I would have to believe he's going to be sketching during the show, and Quan can be hard to track down at times. He doesn't. I email him and he doesn't reply all the time,
Oh
so it's
no,
just
I've heard stories about that. Like he will not reply.
he's got a full
He's like,
time
I'm trying
job.
to buy your piece, and you're not going to say anything unless it's already sold. But
Then that can happen too. But Quan is easier to reach at a show. That's the
yes, he
thing.
is.
He can't well, he could run away from his booth, but he usually doesn't. So, yeah, that's it is what it is. But my opinion is that Opena will be drawing during OEX. I just can't promise it how much, because like guys like Paulo Rivera can only do like 2 pieces a day, so some artists are faster than others. It really just depends on how comfortable they are on the floor, and uh uh how fast they are.
Is that
And
the first?
Alex.
Is
Hmm?
that the first time he's at the OAX
Yeah,
opinion? Oh, it is.
yeah,
Wow, man, that's a good get right there.
I agree. I've actually not gotten to see any of his originals in person before, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Quan brings. And Cletus here said that he posted whom he thinks Crash is. So I guess we'll find out. Yes, that's right. You need to you need to have a game plan. And I should tell everybody too, tomorrow there's some good news coming out. So for people who like making game plans, pay attention to your emails tomorrow. There will be some reveals and some releases that maybe will help you plan your targets at OAX. But anyways, oh, this is cool. Adam, I wish I could tease Adam Kubert's Bub Crawl artwork, but I am not allowed to. He swore me to secrecy until he's done. So tomorrow, everybody will get to see that.
No, but
But it
I
is
can see
fun.
it though. After this show, I can see it though, Bill. Right?
Oh, if Adam knew I showed it, I didn't even show it at the team meeting today because
Oh,
Adam
dude,
was
oh,
like,
never mind.
he wants because there's going to be some color added to it. I don't know if he's adding the color digitally or if he's actually going to be adding it to the piece. So to him, it wasn't done, and he's like, you can't show it to anybody because it needs the finishing touches on it. But anyways, this is a good get, and Wolfie fan he is the man to ask, and that's nice that without knowing you, he was open about like what his opinions were on something. So tell me about this. How do
Okay,
you pick up a
so
piece like this?
in December of 24, Comic Link had a cover. They had a cap cover there, and they had the Thor cover too, the 400. And I passed on the Thor cover to try to get that cap cover. So what happened was I had plans that night. So it was like I left like around 6, and I know that piece was going to come around 8 o'clock at night. So I put a max bid on that piece. So let's go play with cents. So let's say it was 18 cents. I put in 38 cents, right? And then it went to 19 cents. It stood there for 2 hours. It did not move because originally when I posted it, when I put the bid in, I didn't think I had a chance because these covers have been going up for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in Disneyland in the Haunted Mansion ride, and I was in line and I was looking at my phone, and it was like 30 seconds left, and I go, oh shit, I'm gonna win this thing. It was still stuck at 19 cents. And with 20 seconds left, one freaking bid goes up and it goes to 39 cents. I couldn't believe it, and I lost one
Wow.
bid. And what irritated me about it is because I thought like it would go like 24, 26, 32, but it just jumped. And I said, you know what? This is bullshit. I'm never going to win a cover like this.
Right.
And I think I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know who won it, but I think it was so cheap. I think it was the seller that put that bid in because he was scared it was going to go for cheap. But I don't know that for a fact. It's just a guess. So when that happened, I said, I'm going to go into 25. I'm going to get a Zet cover. I don't care what it is. If he drew the Muppet Babies, I'll win that cover.
You were gonna
I did
be
not care. I wanted a Zed cover. So when this one came up, Alberto had another, he had a cover too that he posted on CAF. And I saw that one. I go, you know what? I'm going to go after both. But he pulled it and it goes, oh shit, he sold it. So because I went to comic art tracker, because I'm always there every day, and I
Mhm.
looked at sold and it happened to, it says sold. And I go, okay, well, good for Alberto, man. Happy for him, dude. So I looked at this one. I go, I'm just gonna go all in on this one. And I only put one bid on this because it fell where I think it should go, and I want it. And I go, okay, well then there's my Zet cover, and that was it. And then Alberto posts the other one, and he puts it on Heritage, and I go, oh shit, I thought he sold it, his cover, but I didn't go after it because I went after the Thor splash after that. And at that point, I can't go after both, so I just put my all my cash onto the Thor splash. But yeah, for this one, I'm very happy to get this one. Now I get the knock on this one because I think there's another image I showed you, Bill, after this one. It should be, it's not there. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh, there it is. So this one doesn't have the trade
Yeah.
dress, and I guess
Right.
I get it. It's a knock on it. I understand that part. But I didn't care, man. You have Captain America in that position. He's dead center. You got Trapster and Whirlwind in the back, D-list characters. I didn't give a shit. So I said, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. And then I added the overlay after that. So, and that's that right there.
I don't think it doesn't devalue a cover not to have the original overlay. I mean, in a lot of cases, they didn't have it. And that's why a lot of people put the acetate overlays on there after the fact and uh, the logo on. No, anyway, I think it's great. I love it.
Yeah,
Great.
it's just Zach. Yeah. So I'm gonna I need some help though. If anybody knows what the GI Joe cover for 33, 42, or 43, hit me up, because those three covers I do want. I want the 43 cover, but if anybody knows where those covers, just please let me know. I'll throw in a finder's fee if you guys can. If I can actually win that cover, actually
Find
buy it.
it and claim it. Right. Well, that's cool. Do you use like the want list function on CAF? At least put it out there that those are ones you're looking for. You never know.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure. Because when I saw Bashara, I went to LA Comic Art Con last year. I asked
mhm.
Bashara that. I showed him that cover, the 43, and he told me, he goes, if it's not in auction, it's in a black hole. That was his quote. And I go, okay, I guess I'm not going to see it then.
Well, you just gotta outlast them. Everything comes to market eventually, man.
Yeah, see there, John, I love that 43 cover, man. Primo, man. It's like on my top 5 list to get. I love that cover.
Wow. Well, everyone should be on the lookout. Everybody's got a grail
Yeah,
or something they
please,
want.
if anybody knows, please direct me to that collector, man. I would love that cover. I'd retire if I can get that cover. I'll just put it out there. If you guys can get that, I am done.
Yeah, Marcus, we
Yeah,
can only hope that Chuck didn't lose anything like that when the fires happened last year. Yeah.
yeah, but this one,
That
and
is
the
definitely.
story on this one is like, if I remember correctly, at the end, the only way Cap gets out of there is he leaps out of those boots.
Mhm.
That's how he got out of that, the storyline. And he
Hey,
takes out the trapster, and that was the end of the story. So I think that's how it ended up. The 80s were too corny, man. I'm telling you.
they were. They were. I lost a pair of shoes getting stuck in the mud like that. That was the only way I got out, was jumping out of my shoes. So I know the feeling. Now, let's see here. Now, tell me about this one. This is from the Surfer book by Byrne. It's page 21.
Yeah.
And
So this one, I love this page. There's this page and there's the one after this that I love from the series, but and I get it. It's like Palmer kind of like took out, Burns pencils on this, And I think what the story was on that is that Byrne, he posted it on his website. Are you a member of his website? Have you ever tried getting on that? His
Oh, you mean
forums?
the message board, the forums?
Yeah, the
No,
message board.
Have I been over to it a couple times because people directed me to. Sure, I've gone over there, but I've never posted on the forums or anything.
Yeah, because I try to be a member of that and it says my email was banned. And I
Huh,
go, how the hell was it banned? I never did anything. I never insulted Byrne, but for some reason it says it was banned or something like that. So anyway, so the story behind this is I think there's another image after this, and I do not own that page, which is the other one after this, but you can see the detailed difference between the two. So I think what Byrne said is that he originally wanted to do like a Kirby-esque comic, so just a homage of Jack Kirby, but Jim Shooter asked Palmer to change the pencils to make it more modern at the time, and this is the version you get on the right.
mhm.
And I know Byrne was he said he was very disappointed, but he's happy to know that it wasn't Palmer that changed it. It was Shooter that asked him to change the rendering of Burns. And as much as I do like that right page, my God, man, that one to the left would have been so nice. But what are you gonna do, right?
Right. There you go. Robert Berman says that he might be excluding you based on the domain name of your email address because
I see.
certain domains are easy to get fake accounts on, and and Byrne can it can he's gotten a few into a few altercations on his forums in the past. So it's his forum. He can do whatever he wants.
Right,
Um, but yeah, that goes.
but you
But
can
I see
just
what you're
see.
saying, though. I mean, clearly it's more of a classic surfer image, and then you have this chiseled beach bod a bit on the image on the right. But back to your page, though. I mean, this
Yeah,
it's awesome. I mean, come on, you get
right.
uh, great images of the surfer here. Zipatone, it looks fine, looks good to me. I mean, I love that first panel. That's awesome.
Yeah, I actually have a book, a trade paperback, what it has this one. I think it's one of the comics that's in the trade paperback. To me, it's kind of a mixed bag of like how it looks and stuff like that. But I mean, Palmer is like one of my favorite inkers, and it's unfortunate what happened, but it still looks great to me. I still bought it. I still wanted this page, and I just love how it looks. You can't go wrong with Byrne and Palmer. Obviously, it's to a lot of people they're not favorites, but I'm fine with this one. I just love the page.
Yeah, no, I agree. Congrats on that one. Oh, there you go. You just had to show me this one. I love-
Yeah, this has been going around.
Oh,
And
of course,
I was
it's such a great image.
Yeah, I got 27 votes on this one on that best of. So I was
Hmm.
kind of happy about that. But yeah, this was my best get of last year. I was not going to lose it, and whatever went that 400, like however that like how much that 400 cover went, I went a little higher for this one. So that just tells you how much I was willing to pay for this. So, and I thought I got a good deal. I just love it. And Friends and Breeding together is my favorite. I like Rubenstein too as well, but Brett did so well with Friends pencils. And as much as I love Senate, and I get what Friends was trying to do with the series to make it like more of Kirby, it was just too Kirby for me with Senate. I thought Breeding just put a little bit more touch to it. And it's you still see it, but it's not as like how Senate when he inked over Friends.
Oh
But
no,
yeah,
yeah, Senate smoothed everything out. I mean, and you're right, it felt more Kirby-ish. I mean, because that's like you say, that's what Friends was definitely going for. But yeah, there's just this. I've always liked this image a lot. I mean, it's fantastic. So shoot, man, you deserve double that in votes.
oh, I know. It's just so great. And because I wanted like a good page from this, and when this showed up, oh, there's Guy. What's up, Guy? Yeah, so this one is just one of those things. It's just like there was no way I was gonna let this go. And there was another Thor splash in Heritage around the same time of this, and that was done by Ramita Senior.
Mm.
And I was looking at that one too, but I passed on it. I felt like this one was good enough, and it's just awesome. Like Friends to me was like I have Burn, I have Zek, and I have Friends, and I have Leighton. Those were my four gets in the 80s when I was collecting. I like if they had something out there, I'd buy it, you know?
No, I've always loved Ron's work. So I don't have, I've got a couple Thor pages, but not anything close to this. This was just amazing, man. No, I mean, it's awesome. It is really awesome. I mean, sometimes it's cool to be able to get the pieces you really want. I mean, a lot of times, I think most collectors, probably experience more frustration at the auction houses than not. I'm sure, you're not winning every single time you want to get something, but the pieces that you really wanted and you went after, you've gotten. I mean, that's great.
Yeah. It's just an awesome splash. I go, okay, I'm done with Thor run. I could just move on. I need an ASM now. That's what I'm looking for. I don't have anything on that.
Talk to Berkey.
Oh, I know.
He's bound to have something.
Okay, so this one, there's two stories to this one. Okay, so back in 2022, there was a cover that I won on Heritage, and it turned out not exactly what they listed. So what happened was it was a Bagley cover. It was penciled and it was inked by Matt Banning. And I saw that cover and I go, I'm gonna get that. And then I saw him at Comic-Con, and I asked him about that page. And when he looked at it, I even showed him on the phone. I go, hey, dude, can you tell me the backstory about this? Because I remember the pencils were not inked. They were digitally inked. And he goes, no, I inked that. I inked that. And I go, okay, it's sold. So when that page came up, I won it. But then I went back into his Instagram account and I looked at it and it said the inks were done after publication. So I don't know how you feel about that, but my heart dropped. I go, oh, this is bullshit. I go, how did I miss that? Like, it didn't say anything in this description. So I called Heritage and I go, hey, dude, just so you know that your description is not correct. I want to cancel the order. They reached back and they said, show us proof. So
Mm-hmm.
I took screenshots and I sent it to them. They canceled it. Then it comes back up, does not sell. It goes back in another auction, the next one, and it goes for half. Then it goes in eBay. They were selling it for 20 grand. No one buys it. Then Will Gabriel has it, and then it sells for like 9K. So it goes through it. Now, the only reason I'm bringing that up is because when this popped up, I had my money. And you know what happens when if you buy something and then you end up getting that money back? I had the urge to buy something
Of
right
course.
away. You get that urge. I don't know if anybody has that, but I had that urge. So Felix shows this in his art drop. So I go, you know what? I don't want to go through his art drop. I'm going to reach out to Felix and I'm going to say, is there some way I can take that out of your art drop for what price? So I sent him, I go, hey, would you do this amount? He goes, can you email me? So I email him. He wants my phone number. Out of nowhere, the next day, he calls me. And then we were talking. And then it's like, I thought we were just going to talk about this piece and that was it. But the conversation for good went like at least 15 to 20 minutes. I was shocked because he wanted to know me as a collector. He wanted to know like what I was into. We were talking about all kinds. We were talking about cancer. We were talking about the state of, we were talking about a lot of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go, okay. He says, I'll do it for this price. Let me call Stegman and I'll get back to you. So then the following day he calls me. I didn't pick up. I wasn't right there. So, and he goes, would you be willing to do it? So I text him and go, sold, let's just do it. And then a month later, I end up getting it. So, and I want to say something about Felix, dude. I gotta say he's one of the best reps, only because I follow him on Instagram and what he does with his team. Like they're always going somewhere, they're always signing. He's always there. I have a lot of respect for that guy. And if I was doing published work, honestly, he would probably be the number one guy I would reach. It's nothing against the other reps. I just think Felix is just on another level. He's a hype man. That's what he does, right? And those guys
Sure.
are making a
Good at it.
lot of money.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm rambling on this
No,
story,
no,
but
no, it's good.
we haven't
I
even
mean,
gone
these are
through
the
this
kind of
piece
stories
yet. But
people like to hear. I mean, at the end of the day, without question. I'll just going back to heritage. I know that, when anybody's had a problem with heritage that they've been able to bring up to them and show them. I mean, uh, I've never heard them not do the right thing.
yeah,
So that's just exactly what I would have expected to hear. I mean, I had an issue from something that I didn't even buy from Heritage, but came from Heritage, like two hands down, and they refunded the money
oh, they
to
did.
me.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
so
that's
it's
great.
like, so I know that, and it's just because that's their policy. They want to, because they'll even like if there was something wrong with a piece of art, they'll even update their listing because they won't remove it. But if something ends up being different, they'll even update the old record so that people are aware of it. They want historical accuracy on things that could potentially get changed. So, at any rate, you did really well. This is a beautiful piece, man. I mean,
Yeah,
wicked,
it,
so
it
much
costs a
detail
lot,
in it.
man, just to get it out. I don't recommend it, but if you want to pay a lot of money, but I guess that's what's happening with those absolute Batmans. I mean, people are offering off the side.
Hmm.
I guess that one guy paid 70 grand for that one number one. Now that's probably worth, who knows how much that's going to be worth now if he puts it out there. But Ryan Stegman, he's one of those modern day artists that's one of my faves. And there's another one I have, but that's not on here. It's a Hulk Thor one, but I put this one in there. I just love his style on this, and I love the way he just the inks by JP Meyer on there. Um, I don't mind the two boards because I would
Hmm.
like to see the process with the pencils and the inks. And I'm sure some people don't like that. They want them on one, but I love the fact that you can see the process of how it's like their vision on how they do it.
Yeah, no, I never had a problem, with it being done like that. But I understand the people who are want, the actual pencil on the board too. So, it's all preference point at that point. And then when we've had a couple people say they haven't had good experiences with Heritage. I mean, hey man, it always you never know, but uh, I've never had a problem. But sorry to hear that Jason and Newell did not. All right. So another Finch, right?
Yeah, another Finch. I got this off Bashara at WonderCon last year. I saw it and I go, "Oh, I'd never seen it before." And he says it's fresh to market. So that just caught my eye. I don't know how true that is, but he said that. And I saw it and then I just waited a day. So I came back on Sunday because I saw it on a Saturday. So I came back on Sunday and I said, I'm just going to buy it. I didn't even negotiate with him. I just said, hey, I'll just take it. And yeah, it's just awesome. I loved his rendering of Scarecrow there. But
Hmm.
the only thing on this one is I think I attached the cover too. The published one does not have the hat. I asked David Finch that last year, and he goes, "Don't worry, dude. You have the better version." And I like him with the hat. I don't like him, it's because that's how I guess Finch's version doesn't have it. So he digitally inked this one on the head on that portion, but everything else is the original.
Yeah, Marcus got my joke. I was going to say, is it still fresh the next day? But of course it is. Fresh is
Well, no,
it's
yeah,
not
fresh
a,
to the weekend. How about that? Fresh to the
yeah.
market over the weekend.
There you go.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
was talking to Beshara and like we were talking for a while and he showed me his gallery on his phone and I just like, oh my God, you have that? Oh shit, you own that one? Oh my God, look at that one. It was just like, it's ridiculous what he has. And then he's like, hey, whenever you want to come over, you can look at my gallery. Like it's all spread out. It's like, all right,
mhm.
man, that's cool, you know. But Bashir is a good guy. He's one of those dealers I would buy from again for sure. I think his pricing is reasonable.
Oh yeah, by and large, I've got I bought a few pages from him over the years, and I feel like I always the pages I bought, I got it at a good price on them. And Jerry Bourne definitely prefers the hat version, as I think most people do. Let's see here. Oh, another Friends, right? Let's
Yeah,
see.
so this is ASM, yeah, 18. So this is Friends, and I believe this is Latent Inks. I know Butch Geist worked on this one as well. This is my favorite book. So I didn't care what page it's from. I don't care what page it was. I saw this one and I bought it on Heritage. I just love this book. When I had it, I must have beat that thing to death, but I still own it. I still have it, but it's just it's just like Ron Fred's Spider-Man. It's just the best. He's not in this. Obviously, he's not in this page, but I just like it's just awesome. And I know that Cool Lines has 3 pages to this book, but I'm not going to push it. They have the last page to this too. I don't know if they sold it, but they had the splash, the last one.
Hey,
But
never say never.
no, I know that. I know that. But yeah, this is I just love. I guess the storyline is like Scorpion, he escapes from the asylum and he's trying to get J. Jonah because J. Jonah Jameson is getting married in this issue. So he's trying to spoil the party. And
That's a great piece.
that's his son right there. I forgot his name, but yeah, so it's just awesome. I love it when he's like tearing up that elevator and clawing up. But yeah, I remember I bought this off retail. I've had it for it came out in 84, so yeah, 43 years or 42 years. I still have the book.
Wow. Well, it's always good to be able to pick up pages from some of your favorite books. And that's once I used to, I was very focused on commission collecting when I got started, but after I started picking up published artwork, I never did any big commissions with anybody again because I just love getting stuff from books I'd read or had some kind of nostalgic attachment to. So where was I? I was gonna highlight a comment here and there you go. Cletus picked up your art book tonight.
Oh, he did? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Link is in the chat, everybody.
Um,
Uh, yeah,
yeah, so
wow.
yeah, this one was yeah, it's just truly awesome. And just I know Ramita Senior is like the echelon of Spider-Man, and I agree with that. But if we're going my lifetime, during my lifetime collecting, Frez was number one.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is probably Leighton's inks as well.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
like
Vernon
the
Perez.
contrast.
I
Yeah,
mean, you can't
love
get
that.
any better than that.
Yeah, that is so nice.
Yeah, so this is my consolation prize. I went for a burn page that was the day before. It was on this one was on the Sunday auction, so it was on Friday, and I thought I was going to win the page on Friday, but the guy wanted it just a little bit more. It was the thing transformation page. I was
Oh
the
yeah.
underbidder, and I was bummed about it. I blame the auctioneer because when he says fair warning, I'm going like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. No, he milked that. He could have just spelled out fair warning and let just the single letters. That's how far he wanted. Like he was just milking it, and they put a bid in the last second, and I lost. I couldn't go over. It was going to go over a number that I could not do, and I saw this one. This was my option too. But yeah, it's just Dark Side and oh my God, the inking there is just so quality. So I don't know if the story behind this, I don't know if it's burn layouts or burn pencils. Obviously it's pencils, but I'm saying like if it's just a quick layout. So I don't know the backstory on this, but just to have them on the same book
Mm-hmm.
is just, oh man, it's well worthy.
It is a great page, man. Yeah.
It's too bad he didn't sign it though, Perez.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't look at this
That's the
page.
negative. That's the downside of that. I would have loved to have a signature on that.
Well, no. Fortunately, I've never experienced the fair warning moment where that happens. But it's I get it. Their job is to make the most for their consigners. It's
Or no, yeah, he's doing his job. He's doing his job, but man, he just milked that. There's different ones. There's a woman out there. I forgot her name, but she's the totally opposite. She's like she'll just go faster and faster. But this guy, obviously, he's the famous auctioneer. I forgot his name, but he's the one that just, he's like the number one guy. I'm sure the sellers love him, But yeah, but I'm so happy to get this one.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of these pages have been turning up, and there was another one that was good, that was really nice, but I passed on it. I regret it, but hopefully it'll come back up again from the same book.
Well, it's fun. Yeah, it might take a few years, but more often than not, that it'll come back around.
Well, Bill, I'm
Now,
not getting any younger, man, so it better come a lot sooner.
no, well, you just got to find that hopefully that collector, is looking to upgrade at some point, and the pieces come out, and they're willing to sell it for almost for what they got it for. Now, we got Batman and Spawn on they're co-gargoyling right here. This is
Yeah, Jason
you don't see that
Fabok.
too often. This is great.
Yeah, this one I got off Comic Sketch Art. I
Mhm.
purchased it there. I reached out to Fabok because before he had there's one cover he had on the site, and like anything, I was staring at it for weeks, and then it sells. So I saw another cover on his Instagram. I think it was the 1050 cover, and I reached out to him, but he never hit me back. So when this one popped up, I said, you know what? If I'm going to do it now, I better do it right now. So I reached out to Comic Sketch Card, and they responded back. And I told them, was this still available? And they said, yes. So I waited until the next morning, and I reached out to them again and go, is this still available again? Sorry. And then they said, yes, it's still available. I go, I'll take it. So they took a big cut of this. This was not cheap, and they took a 25% cut of this because the remaining amount I paid Fabok.
Mm.
And the one time I reach out to him and go, hey, I reached out to Jason. I go, hey, just so you know, I paid this off. Then he hits me back. Then he emails me back 11. Oh, he goes, oh, really? So I told him, because it was attached, it had like some tape in the back. So I told him to remove it. So I have it on separate boards because
What
I have
size
them
is
in my
it? Because
portfolio.
I see the seam on it. What's
Yeah,
the overall size?
it's two boards, so two
It is
11 by
211 by
17.
17s. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, Jason Fabok, man, I think he gets a bum rap because a lot of people think he draws like I get he like some of it is Finch because he was an understudy, I guess, for a few months with him. Because I remember his earliest stuff, it did look like Finch. I couldn't tell them apart, but I feel like years later he's in his own. Yeah, he's in those. You can tell the difference between
Oh yeah.
Fabok and Finch now. And when it's Rain, Gargoyle, and Batman, you know it's Fabok because that's what he does. He draws a lot of that. And it's hard to get art from him now because now he's moved on to indie comics now. So the only thing he's doing is commissions. He's not doing any more published work right now. But I just love his work. And yeah, this, I obviously I was not going to let this one go.
This is not original tape. It's okay. The tape doesn't have to be original.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end
it
of
was on tape. It was painter's tape. I just had him just remove it. It was
yeah.
nothing big,
Oh yeah. No,
It's
no,
not
no.
like the old school, like the 80s when they actually used real tape on those like the Marvel Universe covers. It's like, oh, good God, man, that's horrible.
Yeah. No, I've had a lot of I've had a few well, I can say a lot. I've had like 3 or 4 DPS where the tape, just so dried out it just falls off. And you have to I've always used painter's tape, like you said, just to put it back together. But I remember the first time that happened, it was like, oh shit, man, I've ruined my art. This is gonna ruin the value, but whatever. It does
Oh, did it take the ink off?
no, no, it was in the back,
Oh,
but
it's in the
but
back.
it still
Okay.
bothers you when stuff like that happens, especially as a new collector. You just don't know what to think of it. I remember one of the dumbest questions I think I ever asked early on was on like the comic art elf forums where I was just questioning whether or not I should leave the tape on there, and everybody was like, "Yeah, dude, it's just part of the process." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because I didn't know. I thought maybe it could be bad for the like the acidity, because I think you start seeing those older pages with the glue stains and stuff, and you start worrying what anything could potentially harm your artwork. But no, this is awesome, man. It's kind of like a one and done, right? You get a piece like this, you don't need to get another one, or yeah.
I'm just waiting it to be a statue now. Because usually his things are when they're popular, they'll turn into a statue, but this one has not. I'm waiting for the day that this one does. I'm hoping it does.
Well, you never know. Well, let's see. We got one more piece to look at tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is my favorite. Obviously, Byrne, Doom, and She-Hulk. He does the best. Like it's when I was collecting in the 80s, I always like when there's an artist out there, I always gravitate like a certain character to that artist. So like Zach, Captain America, Punisher, Leighton's Iron Man, Frez, Spider-Man. But Byrne was like Fantastic Four, Doom, She-Hulk, obviously Alpha Flight and all that. But yeah, is his She-Hulk. Oh my God, it's just primo, man. I just love it. And when I saw this page, I knew I was going to win it. I don't know how much I was going to pay for it, but I actually reached to Dino in CGC. I DM'd him and I go, hey, dude, I'm going after this page. Can you tell me exactly what this is going to go for? Do you have an idea, like what range? And Dino replied back and he gave me like statistics. He's giving me the stats and everything. And props to him, man. It went well under what he was thinking because I thought it was going to go well over. And this is where the auctioneer made a difference. So it wasn't the guy. He left, and there was a woman that came in there, and she was rushing everything. And this happened, and then I was just like, oh my God, when is she going to stop? Like she was just going, and then it was over. She wasn't milking it. She goes, fair warning, and that was it. It was done. And then I won it. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to try to get it for double the price, but it went half that. And when I got this just told me I'm in the right hobby. I almost shed a tear when I saw this. I don't know when's the last time I did shed a tear, but yeah, this right here was just like, oh my God. I stared at it for at least a half hour. This is like one of my favorite pages from the book. It was from Marvel Presents. I don't know. It's around the time before She-Hulk won, but I guess this is when she's like breaking the fourth wall, I guess. But maybe it's around that same time. But
I mean, the whole book was always, filled with gags and fun stuff like that, where she's talking to the writer or the artist, or we've only got 4 pages left, so I got to get in a hurry to finish this thing off. Yeah, no, I mean it's just a classic page from She-Hulk, and to get a good gag like that in it as well. Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find a better She-Hulk page by Byrne. Yeah, I think that's awesome. And you get Doom too, just a super classic villain, one of your top 3.
Right.
What more can you ask for?
Oh my God, that 247 cover. Oh my God, if I only can own that one, the Fantastic Four. Oh my God, that's one of the best covers during that run. I love that cover, but I know who owns it, and there's no way I could afford it. But I can always look at his gallery though. But yeah, it's just awesome, this page. And I'm not even gonna stop there. Whatever Byrne comes out, I'm gonna try to get at least, like, I would love to have a Captain America page from Byrne. I would love to have. I don't even have a Fantastic Four page. I'm looking for that. So I got options. So we'll see how the auctions go this year.
There's a lot of Byrne art out there. That's the good news. And yeah, but the thing is, this is probably one of the harder ones to come by, right? I mean, it'd be easier to find a Byrne FF page with She-Hulk on it than to get something like this. So to me, you got the harder of all of those. Well, Cap's a short run too, so there's not a lot of his Cap pages out there. But hey, if this is where you start, you're doing just fine.
I know, man. It's just it was. I was shocked how much I paid, like how cheap it went. I honestly thought I got a good deal on this. It's just incredible, man. It just tells you how much I love this hobby. Like I've collected a lot of stuff, and obviously this one is just there's no way. What worries me though is like my gallery, because when you reached out to me about coming on here, I thought to get on these shows you have to have like a 2 portfolio minimum to be on this show. I don't know what made me think that, but I don't even have half a portfolio. So it was kind of shocking that you asked me to come on here,
Well,
but
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I wanted to talk to you just because, I knew that a lot of people haven't met you. They've been enjoying the artwork that you've done and fun things you've sent in to here for to make the shows more fun. And the fact that you have what you've collected is remarkable, even knowing that because these are most people don't really start off looking for pieces that are mid to mid high range pieces, but you have clearly you have very refined goals, and you know whom to reach out to. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going in and blindly paying for things. You had that one experience where you overpaid, and a lot of times newer collectors do that, and then they have no one to talk to, and they're embarrassed, and they almost leave the hobby because it happens. We all overpay at some point early in our collecting careers, but you've kind of learned from your mistakes and done really well. And again, you asked all the right people. Wolvie fan, I mean, if it's Adam Kubert, he's the guy to ask. And Dino knows a lot. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't quantify the interviews around here though, based on the collections. I think yeah, at the end of the day, that wouldn't be fun. But no, man, I love your art. I love everything that you've done to make things fun around here. And anybody who can bring joy to the hobby in this, in the ways that you have are, uh, you know, I just after we met each other, I was like, shit, everybody's got to get to know you. So
yeah,
San Diego is the next place where you're going to
yeah,
be though.
that's for sure. I did have a great time, and like I said, I met a lot of people. I was the first time I actually met Marcus as well. It was brief, but it was good to talk to him for a little bit. And shout out to you guys. You guys have been collecting forever. Good for you guys. I wish I was in a hobby a lot sooner, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. But I do appreciate what you do. I want to give a shout out to Ruben as well. Like, he's on Sunday nights, and you guys are during the week. And the love that you guys have on the hobby, that's awesome, man. And I can't thank you guys enough. It's a great hobby. It's a damn expensive one, but it is what it
Yeah.
is.
No, I appreciate that, Alex. I really do. And yeah, I do hope. Well, we'll see each other in San Diego.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll get to go out to another Brian Peck dinner. We'll see. But no, I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you've done great in a few short years with the pieces you've picked up. I mean, every piece is something I think most other collectors, you got a lot of other collectors would treasure. That's the other thing that's always kind of a challenge going into the hobby is if you buy a lot of stuff that potentially are more like the sketch covers, things that people aren't really after. Uh, again, you've really kind of like you've got good taste in artists, and I'm sure your art background helps you, kind of be a little bit more refined in the pieces that you're looking for from artists too. But no, it's been fun to have you pick these pieces out for us to talk about, and yeah, I look forward to getting to see you again in the summer.
Right. And then hopefully I'll look forward to going to OAX next year, guys. So thanks again, man. Thanks again for everything. Thanks for an invite. I appreciate everybody. And I'll see you in San Diego.
You got it. Well, listen, everybody, we don't have a show tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Wednesday, but with the lead up to OAX, we were like, we need some days off selling. We're going to focus on other things. But I can tell you that we are planning another 8 p.m. To 9 p.m. show on Thursday, where we'll have a couple OAX guests on for that, and then I'll have a few OAX I think guests on to start off my show too. A couple definitely Scott Eater's going to join me, and David Slatkin from Higher Conscious Collectibles, and talking to a few other people. So hopefully we'll get the chance to introduce some new, well, actually Joe Woes, who's got a background in animation and has his own YouTube channel. He's going to be coming on with me on Thursday too. So it's going to be fun. That's what's great about these shows too, Alex, is just getting to meet people that you've seen, haven't worked with before, but get to see them in person. And for me, I know a lot of the names and everything, but I've never really gotten the chance to talk with some of these people. So Slatkin, I even built his website, but I don't know him really well. But he'll be setting up at OAX, so I get to kind of talk with him in advance of that. And anyway, it's all good. So I'll just leave it at that. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with Alex and I, and we'll see you again on Thursday.